Hey everyone, I wanted to discuss the idea of self-destructive behaviors and how that relates to our food. So what's a self-destructive behavior? A self-destructive behavior is something that stops us from being able to achieve our goal. In this instance, we're going to be talking about food and diet, specifically weight loss. So self-destructive behaviors that impact our ability to lose weight. A good example is you've purchased a new program, or you've decided to endeavor on a new diet. It's a 7-week program. You've got 7 kilos to lose in seven weeks, which is already pretty tough. In the first week, we lose 2 kilos. Second week, we lose 1 kilo. So we are 3 kilos down. In 2 weeks, we have 5 weeks to go. So we're thinking, cool, I've got some wiggle room. I can afford to fuck around. And what tends to happen is we'll have a cheat meal, which might then turn into a cheat day, which will mean we've gone over our calories potentially by 3,000, 4,000 even. What we kind of get in this habit of doing is rewarding ourselves because we've restricted ourselves so much. And yes, we've worked really hard, and yes, we do deserve a meal that is planned, not specific to our macronutrient requirements, sure. So carbs, protein, fats, or maybe our calorie requirements, but a meal of enjoyment. A meal that's going to nourish our soul and nourish our taste buds. It's going to make us feel a lot better so we can keep pushing through the next 5 weeks. But what happens is we'll have that cheat meal that'll turn into a cheat day, and it'll set us back about a week. So then what happens is we've got 4 weeks to lose 4 kilos. Sometimes we might not even get the scale down to balance out. So we might have 4 weeks to lose 4.5 kilos. I can't do that with my thumbs. 4.5. So that makes our job even harder than losing 1 kilo a week. We've now got to lose 1.1 kilos per week to keep up. Then as a result, we become stressed. We try to restrict our calories even more. We get an energy deficit that's going to make us feel starved. We're going to feel flat at work, we're going to feel flat at training, and we're going to give up. That is a prime example of what I would call a self-destructive behavior when we're focusing on food and our diet. What do I advise to you guys out there to help curb those self-destructive behaviors? 1, self-reflection, understanding your patterns of behavior. Mine personally, I've been there. I've had your kilos up, kilos down, and I've binged as a result, and restricted as a result as well. Trust me, it never works, and it only adds more stress down the line. So what I recommend, the 2 easiest things you can do straight away: increase your water intake by 3 or more liters a day. So make sure you're having 3+ liters a day of water. Have low-calorie foods like watermelon and strawberries on hand, okay? That will fill up our stomach, be sweet, give us the carbs we need as well, but not weigh us down in terms of calories and tip us over the scale. Another tactic I employ is switching a meal out. So let's say you've got a meal that's beef and rice. Let's go have a meal of enjoyment, beef teriyaki, something like that, in a sushi roll. That's going to give us that social setting of enjoying food with friends, being social, being a normal person that's not on a diet, because sometimes we can feel like we're not normal people when we're on diets. And that's going to allow us then to further push on and keep going with the diet that we need to keep going with. Alternatively, you may need to restructure your diet to allow for these fun foods if it is too restrictive. I'd be looking at what's called if it fits your macros, or flexible dieting. An approach that means you can fit whatever composition of foods you want into your daily diet, just as long as it hits your protein, your carbohydrate, and fat requirements. So quantity of those 3 things. I think that's a fantastic approach and a much better approach to the regular person going through their life and dieting. That's what I've found with clients to work, something that's a bit more realistic than follow a 4 meal a day plan 7 days a week without change, because let's face it, you're going to go to Sarah's birthday, you're going to go to such and such's christening, you're going to go have drinks on a Friday night. You might as well have something that allows you to lose weight and have the foods that you enjoy. So those are a few tactics I use with my clients and myself. Watch the patterns of behavior. Employ those tactics when you do see those patterns of behavior arise. So whenever you see yourself starting to want to binge and restrict, then start adding in some watermelon, some strawberries, that sort of stuff. Start drinking some more water. But figure out ways around this self-destructive behavior so you can eventually defeat it. I hope this helps. It's been a very hard topic for me to be concise on. If you have any questions around stopping self-destructive behaviors, leave a comment down below or send me a DM. I'd be happy to talk to you about my experience and my client's experience. Hope that helps. I'm really sweaty. I'm in the garage and I love you all. Bye.